Today we're going to be looking at the subject pronouns in Spanish. The chart that I'm about to show you is of extreme importance that you learn this, that you memorize it, because from here on out when you do stuff in Spanish in level 1, 2, 3, 4 and beyond, you're going to need to know the information in this chart. Eventually you'll get to a level where you don't need to know the chart anymore because it'll just come to you secondhand. It'll be really easy, but initially you just have to memorize it. It doesn't take any special skills. It just comes down to, can you memorize this information? So behind me on the board, I'm going to show you the different subject pronouns, how to pronounce them, what they mean for you. Starting here on the top left of this chart, you're going to become very familiar with this chart, the line down and 2 lines across, in your Spanish classes if you're in high school or maybe even college. So become familiar with it and memorize it. So starting here, yo means I, tú means you, and that's for familiar, like if you're talking to your buddy or someone in your family and you wanted to say you to them, you'd use tú. Down here we have él, which means he, ella, which is she, and usted, which also means you, but it's the formal you. Earlier you guys learned how to say how are you formally, and that was ¿Cómo está usted? So that's what this is. Over here we have the word nosotros or nosotras, and those both mean we. Nosotros can be a group of guys saying we, or it could be a group of guys and girls saying we. Nosotras is just for girls, so if just a group of girls are together, they want to say we're going to the store, they would say nosotras, etc. Over here we have vosotros or vosotras, and this is you plural, like if I was talking to my students or if you were talking to a group of your friends, you could refer to them as vosotros or vosotras, depending on if they're guys and girls or just girls. This form of verbs that you guys will learn is commonly used in Spain and not really much else in other parts of Latin America, so some of your teachers might not teach this to you, but I am going to because it is a part of the language. Lastly, on this bottom right-hand part of the chart, you'll kind of notice that these words look similar to the ones over here. These are basically plural forms of these ones over here. It's kind of like this is a plural form of you, this is you plural. So ellos means they, and that's just for guys or guys and girls. They are something. Ellas also means they, that's just for girls if you're referring to only females. And lastly we have ustedes, which is another way to say you plural. It doesn't necessarily mean, however, that it's all for formal. It could be used in an informal situation as well because, like I said earlier, most parts of the Spanish-speaking world don't use vosotros for you plural. They'll use the ustedes form for you plural. What I recommend you do with the information that I just gave you on these subject pronouns behind me is memorize the information immediately, frequently test yourself on it, quiz yourself on it, replay it for the correct pronunciation of the words, because knowing this information is vital as you continue to learn Spanish. It's not something that you can just pass up. It's like not knowing that 2 + 2 is 4 in math. You have to know it. It's not something that you can skip.